It will be no surprise to many of you to learn that one word has dominated discussions in boardrooms and within executive teams of late, and that word is cyber. This has been the case for much of 2023, following a number of high-profile data leaks, which have caused inconvenience and distress for consumers. It's caught the attention of politicians and regulators, and seen in some cases executives pay the ultimate price for what some have described as complacency, which, as we know, is quite often the scourge of effective risk management. With further incidents in the closing weeks of this year keeping this firmly on board agendas, the focus will certainly continue into 2024. Of course, remembering that cybercrime doesn't pause over Christmas, and it's important to remain alert over the holidays. Against this context, PKF is very pleased to be sponsoring, contributing and helping to launch a timely, thought-provoking and hopefully action-provoking survey issued by the Governance Institute of Australia on the data governance landscape. So what does the survey tell us? Well, despite high-profile data breaches and continuing concerns around cybersecurity that I referenced in the introduction, nearly 2/3 of organisations don't believe their board has an understanding of current data governance challenges. A majority of respondents surveyed were not positive about how their organisation manages and protects important data, with 57% describing it as average and 4% describing it as poor. The key findings from the survey continue to tell us that the standout risk around data governance is cyber attacks, followed by the emerging technologies and artificial intelligence. But also 1/3 of organisations do not have data governance on their risk register, and just under 1/3 of organisations regularly purge data, but most do it only on an annual basis. In the webinar event chaired by PKF to launch the survey, we had over 300 attendees who were all very active with their contributions and questions about how to bring this into life. It was therefore helpful to step back from the survey headlines and look into the details around practical application. From this, we learned that executives and management teams are very keen to learn how to educate and upskill in this area, not just for themselves, but also their boards, and they're looking for innovative ways in which to tackle this understanding gap. There's also a strong demand for clarity and help with a hierarchy of terms: cyber risk management, project management, IT governance, information management, data governance. The potential banana skin for jargon here at times is not helping the discussion. As well as small companies, not-for-profits, and even some larger companies, they're wrestling with how to find the right skills, resources, and capability to drive momentum in this area. Allied to this for some is the added challenge of governance fatigue, which when mixed with limited resources can be dangerous. Often this introduces outsourcing or third parties into the discussion, and of course from that, the need not to blindly rely on a service provider with limited or no proactive checking of what is actually happening. Don't be complacent and earn the right to rely on what you're being told. It's therefore very easy to refer to data governance as the hottest of hot topics, but the time for talk is over, and meaningful, coordinated and considered action is now required. The team here at PKF is ready, willing and able to assist with these actions and bring your data governance to life. Please reach out to your local PKF contact to continue the discussion or contact me directly. And we very much welcome the chance to explore your options here with you and help propel your oversight, controls, responses and mitigations around data governance. Thank you, and let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep talking.